Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. How long will you wait before you decide that enough is enough? How many mornings will you wake up, look in the mirror, and tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow? Listen to me. Tomorrow is a lie. Tomorrow doesn't exist. The only thing you have is right now, this moment, this breath. Life has a way of hitting us hard. It throws curveballs, heartbreak, failure, and disappointment. But the question isn't, will life knock you down? It's, will you get back up? Because I promise you, life is testing you, not to break you, but to wake you up. Some of you are sitting here thinking, it's too late for me. I've messed up too many times. I've lost too much. I've wasted too many years. But let me tell you something. It is never too late to rewrite your story. Never. Fix yourself, because it's too late. What does that mean? It means the world isn't going to wait for you to figure it out. The opportunities you missed, they're gone. The time you wasted, it's spent. But here's the truth that most people don't realize. The past doesn't define you unless you allow it to. What defines you is the action you take right now. What defines you is the fire you ignite inside yourself this very second. The question isn't whether it's too late for the old you, the one who hesitated, the one who doubted, the one who played small. That version of you, let it die. Because today is about creating the new you, the one who refuses to be stopped. The one who says, I am not a prisoner of my past, I am the architect of my future. The one who knows that every scar, every mistake, every regret is not a weight to carry, but a lesson to learn. Want change? Then demand it. Demand it from yourself. Stop waiting for someone to come and rescue you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The only perfect moment is the one you create by showing up and doing the work. Fix yourself, because it's too late to keep blaming others. Fix yourself, because it's too late to keep making excuses. Fix yourself, because it's too late to sit on the sidelines of your own life. You are stronger than you think, you are more capable than you realize, and you have more inside you than you've ever dared to believe. The only thing standing between you and the life you dream of is you. So make a decision right here, right now, to step up. This isn't about motivation. Motivation fades. This is about discipline. This is about commitment. This is about looking at yourself in the mirror every single day and saying, I owe it to myself to be better than I was yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, the time to act is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Because while the clock may be ticking, it's not too late to become the person you were always meant to be. So stand up, step forward, and show the world and yourself what happens when you decide to stop making excuses and start making moves. Let's go. Self-improvement is the cornerstone of personal transformation, and the phrase, fix yourself because it's too late, captures the urgency of embracing this journey. It is a call to action, a reminder that the clock is always ticking, and the longer you delay taking responsibility for your growth, the more opportunities you miss. Self-improvement is not just an option, it is a necessity if you want to overcome the limitations you've placed on yourself and rise to your true potential. We cannot pass up the opportunities to live your dreams. It is a necessity if you want to overcome the limitations you've placed on yourself and rise to your true potential. Many people fall into the trap of waiting for the right time to change, convincing themselves that tomorrow will be more convenient. But tomorrow is a gamble. It's not promised to anyone. Every day you postpone the work needed to fix yourself is a day lost forever. Self-improvement requires acknowledging that the time to act is now, because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to break free from bad habits, negative thought patterns, or unfulfilled potential. The first step in self-improvement is self-awareness. To fix yourself, you need to confront the uncomfortable truth about where you are in life and why. This requires brutal honesty with yourself. Are you where you want to be? If not, why? What choices, behaviors, or excuses have contributed to your current situation? Self-awareness isn't about beating yourself up for past mistakes. It's about taking inventory of your life and identifying what needs to change. Once you've taken stock of your current state, the next step is to take responsibility. No one is coming to save you. Blaming others, circumstances, or the past for your problems won't fix them. True self-improvement begins when you accept that your life is the result of your own decisions, and only you have the power to change its trajectory. This might feel overwhelming, but it's also incredibly liberating. Taking responsibility puts you in control. The process of fixing yourself involves letting go of old patterns and creating new ones. This isn't easy. Change is uncomfortable, and it often feels like swimming against the current. But discomfort is a sign of growth. Every time you push beyond your comfort zone, you expand your capacity to handle challenges and achieve more. Whether it's breaking a bad habit, adopting a healthier lifestyle, or pursuing a goal you've been avoiding, progress comes from consistent effort over time. Self-improvement also requires discipline. Motivation may get you started, but discipline keeps you going. There will be days when you don't feel like putting in the work, when setbacks make you want to give up, and when progress feels painfully slow. This is where discipline comes in. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline builds momentum, and momentum creates results. Another critical aspect of self-improvement is surrounding yourself with the right influences. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environment you live in all shape your mindset and behavior. If you're surrounded by negativity, laziness, or mediocrity, it's much harder to stay motivated and focused on your goals. Seek out people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you to be better. Fill your mind with knowledge, ideas, and perspectives that uplift and empower you. Perhaps the most important element of self-improvement is belief in your own ability to change. Too many people give up before they even start because they've convinced themselves that transformation is impossible. They see their flaws, failures, or limitations as fixed rather than malleable. But the truth is, you are not defined by your past or your current circumstances. Growth is always possible if you are willing to work for it. Fix yourself because it's too late isn't a declaration of hopelessness. It's a challenge. It's too late to wait for someone else to fix your problems. It's too late to keep wasting time on excuses. It's too late to live below your potential. But it's not too late to start today, right now, and take the first step toward becoming the person you were meant to be. Self-improvement is a lifelong journey, but it begins with a single decision. Make that decision. Personal accountability is the foundation of meaningful change and transformation. The phrase, "fix yourself because it's too late," serves as a sharp reminder that the responsibility for our lives rests entirely in our hands. It emphasizes the urgency of taking ownership of our actions, choices, and the consequences that follow. So you see here, in a world where it is easy to blame circumstances, other people, or even fate, personal accountability challenges us to look inward and recognize that we hold the power to change our lives. Taking responsibility for yourself begins with understanding that you are the common denominator in your life. Every success, every failure, every joy, and every pain involves your participation. While external factors can influence your situation, it's your response to those factors that ultimately defines the outcome. Blaming others might provide temporary relief, but it does nothing to solve the problem. Accountability, on the other hand, is empowering because it puts you in control. The moment you accept that you are responsible for your life, you also accept that you have the ability to change it. The phrase, "because it's too late," implies a sense of urgency. It suggests that waiting for someone else to take responsibility or for circumstances to improve on their own is no longer an option. Time is a finite resource, and every moment spent deflecting blame or avoiding responsibility is a moment lost forever. Personal accountability demands action in the present. It requires you to confront the hard truths about where you are, how you got there, and what you're going to do about it. One of the greatest obstacles to personal accountability is the temptation to make excuses. Excuses are seductive because they absolve you of responsibility. They allow you to justify inaction, procrastination, or poor decisions. However, excuses also keep you stuck. They create a false sense of security while preventing you from addressing the real issues. To fix yourself, you must let go of excuses and adopt a mindset of ownership. This means acknowledging your role in your current circumstances and committing to change, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Another aspect of personal accountability is understanding that no one owes you anything. The world doesn't owe you success, happiness, or fulfillment. These are things you must work for and create for yourself. While it's natural to seek support and encouragement from others, relying on them to fix your problems is a losing strategy. True accountability means recognizing that your life is your responsibility, and no one else can do the work for you. Now, accountability also involves setting clear goals and holding yourself to them. It's not enough to say you want to change. You must take deliberate action to make it happen. This requires discipline, commitment, and consistency. It means showing up for yourself every day, even when it's hard, even when progress feels slow, and even when you're tempted to give up. Holding yourself accountable means keeping the promises you make to yourself and taking ownership of your results, whether they're positive or negative. Failure is an inevitable part of the process, but personal accountability shifts the way you view failure. Instead of seeing it as a reason to quit or blame external factors, you see it as a learning opportunity. What went wrong? What can you do differently next time? Accountability turns failure into a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. It teaches you resilience, adaptability, and the importance of persistence. Personal accountability also means being honest with yourself. It requires self-awareness and the courage to face your flaws, mistakes, and limitations. This isn't about self-criticism or beating yourself up. It's about recognizing areas for improvement and taking proactive steps to address them. Accountability is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about striving to be better today than you were yesterday and taking ownership of the journey. Fix yourself because it's too late is a challenge to embrace personal accountability and take charge of your life. It's a reminder that while you can't change the past, you have the power to shape your future. By owning your choices, accepting responsibility for your actions, and committing to growth, you unlock the potential to create the life you've always wanted. The time to act is now because no one else can fix you but you. Overcoming procrastination is a vital step in fixing yourself, and the title "Fix Yourself Because It's Too Late" serves as a wake-up call to break free from the grip of delay and indecision. Procrastination is a silent thief, stealing time, opportunities, and the potential for growth. It disguises itself as harmless postponement, a justification that you'll get to it later. But in reality, every moment you delay is a moment you'll never recover. The message here is clear. The time to act is now, and the cost of waiting is far too great. At the heart of procrastination lies avoidance. It often stems from fear of failure, fear of imperfection, or even fear of success. You convince yourself that you're not ready, that conditions aren't ideal, or that you'll start once you feel motivated. But here's the truth. Ideal conditions rarely exist, and motivation is fleeting. Waiting for the right time is an illusion, and the only way to overcome procrastination is to take action, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. The idea that it's too late might seem harsh, but it's meant to ignite urgency. Life moves forward whether you're ready or not, and opportunities won't wait for you to feel prepared. Every day spent procrastinating is a day you could have used to build the life you want. The projects you've postponed, the goals you've set aside, the dreams you've shelved, they won't materialize on their own. They require your active participation, and the longer you wait, the more difficult it becomes to muster the courage and energy to start. Breaking free from procrastination begins with acknowledging it. Recognize when you're putting things off and understand why. Are you overwhelmed by the size of the task? Start small. Break it down into manageable steps and focus on one piece at a time. Are you paralyzed by fear of failure? Remind yourself that failure is part of growth and that taking imperfect action is better than taking no action at all. One powerful way to overcome procrastination is by shifting your mindset. Instead of viewing tasks as burdens, see them as opportunities to grow and improve. Focus on the benefits of taking action rather than the discomfort of starting. Visualize the sense of accomplishment you'll feel once the task is complete, and use that as motivation to begin. Discipline is your greatest ally in this process. While motivation might spark the initial desire to act, It's discipline that keeps you going when motivation fades. Develop routines and habits that encourage productivity and stick to them even on days when you don't feel like it. Set deadlines for yourself and hold yourself accountable to meet them. Remember, discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Another effective strategy is to eliminate distractions. Procrastination often thrives in environments filled with tempting diversions. Identify what pulls your attention away from your goals and create a space that supports focus and productivity. This might mean turning off notifications, setting boundaries with others, or creating a dedicated workspace. It's also important to celebrate progress, no matter how small. Each step forward, no matter how minor, is a victory over procrastination. Recognize your efforts and use them as fuel to keep going. Momentum is a powerful force, and every small action you take builds upon the last, making it easier to stay on track. The phrase, "fix yourself because it's too late," is a call to stop delaying and start doing. Procrastination keeps you stuck in a cycle of inaction, robbing you of the time and potential you could be using to create a better life. The sooner you break free from its grip, the sooner you'll unlock opportunities for growth, success, and fulfillment. Now, embracing change is at the heart of the message in Fix Yourself Because It's Too Late. Change is one of life's constants, yet it's something many people resist. Fear of the unknown, comfort in familiarity, and the uncertainty of outcomes often hold us back from making necessary shifts in our lives. However, avoiding change doesn't stop it from happening. It only leaves you unprepared for it. To fix yourself, you must face the inevitability of change head on and choose to embrace it as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Change can be intimidating because it often requires letting go of what is familiar. It challenges your habits, routines, and even your identity. The idea of stepping into the unknown might feel like losing control, but the reality is that growth only happens when you step outside your comfort zone. The discomfort that comes with change is temporary, but the rewards of growth are lasting. Each time you embrace change, you expand your capacity to adapt, learn, and thrive. The urgency in the phrase, "because it's too late," serves as a reminder that waiting to change is not an option. Life doesn't pause while you contemplate whether or not to act. The longer you resist change, the further you fall behind. Whether it's a shift in your career, relationships, health, or mindset, delaying necessary changes only deepens the challenges you'll eventually have to face. By choosing to embrace change now, you take control of your future and set yourself on a path to becoming the best version of yourself. One of the keys to embracing change is shifting your perspective. Instead of seeing change as something to fear, view it as an opportunity to grow. Change forces you to confront your limitations, push your boundaries, and discover strengths you didn't know you had. It opens doors to new experiences, knowledge, and possibilities that would have remained closed if you stayed the same. Adopting a mindset of curiosity and optimism allows you to approach change with excitement rather than dread. To fix yourself, you also need to let go of the past. Clinging to what was prevents you from fully embracing what could be. This doesn't mean forgetting your experiences or dismissing their value. It means recognizing when they no longer serve you and having the courage to move forward. Growth often requires shedding old habits, beliefs, and relationships that hold you back. It's a process of unlearning and relearning, of releasing and rebuilding. Another important aspect of embracing change is being willing to take risks. Change is rarely comfortable, and it often comes with uncertainty. But playing it safe keeps you stuck in the same patterns, while taking risks opens the door to new possibilities. It's important to remember that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of the journey. Each failure is a stepping stone that brings you closer to your goals, provided you learn from it and keep moving forward. Embracing change also means being adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and things don't always go according to plan. Instead of resisting unexpected changes, learn to adjust and find new ways to move forward. Adaptability is a skill that strengthens your resilience and helps you navigate life's challenges with confidence. The more you practice flexibility, the easier it becomes to handle change with grace and purpose. The phrase "fix yourself" implies taking responsibility for your life. And embracing change is a crucial part of that responsibility. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. By choosing to embrace change, you take an active role in shaping your future rather than being a passive victim of circumstance. Ultimately, embracing change is about growth and transformation. It's about recognizing that the person you are today is not the person you have to be tomorrow. Each day presents an opportunity to evolve, to improve, and to move closer to the life you want. The message of fix yourself because it's too late is not one of despair, but one of empowerment. It's a call to action, to stop resisting change, and start using it as a tool to become the best version of yourself. The time to embrace change is now. Life is moving forward, and the choice is yours. Stay where you are, or take the leap and grow. It's not too late to become the person you've always wanted to be, but it's too late to keep waiting. Act today, embrace change, and transform your life. Facing your fears is essential for personal growth, and fix yourself because it's too late highlights the urgency of confronting them now. Fear often acts as a barrier, keeping you trapped in your comfort zone and away from opportunities for self-improvement. It whispers doubts, magnifies risks, and convinces you that staying put is safer than stepping into the unknown. Yet this avoidance only deepens the hold fear has over your life, leaving you unfulfilled and stagnant. To fix yourself, you must face your fears head on. Acknowledge them, understand their origins, and challenge their validity. Often, fears are exaggerated or based on past experiences that no longer apply to your current reality. Taking action, even in small steps, diminishes the power fear has over you. Each step forward builds courage and confidence, proving that you are capable of overcoming obstacles. Confronting fear isn't about eliminating it, it's about learning to move forward despite it. Growth lies on the other side of fear, and avoiding it only delays the life you could have. Fixing yourself requires boldness, and the time to act is now. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to break free. So face your fears today and reclaim your future.